Every day, the rangers collect a sample of these amazing aquatic insects to look at under the microscope at the Interpretive Center. The three most common benthic macroinvertebrates we find in the Escondido Creek are blackfly larvae, mayfly larvae, and caddisfly larvae. Each one is unique. For example, blackfly larvae can shoot a web and reel themselves into a nearby rock. They then use suction to stick themselves to a nearby rock. And they have a comb-like mouth, almost like a mustache, which they use to capture and eat tiny particles, floating downstream. Meanwhile, mayfly larvae have leaf-like gills on their abdomen that allow them to breathe underwater. Unlike blackfly larvae, they're agile swimmers and can easily swim to their food instead of waiting for their food to come to them. They live in their larval stage for approximately a year or two before leaving the water and taking flight. But as adults, they only live for about a day. Caddisfly larvae are unique in that they build a protective case out of sediment. They have legs with sharp points or claws, which they use to build their case, and also to scrape and eat algae from rocks and sticks. When the larvae are fully grown, they enter a pupal stage where they attach their case to a solid object and close off the opening while they metamorphosize. Eventually, they emerge as adults and live in that final form for about a month. Benthic macroinvertebrates are indicator species. That means their abundance in, or absence from the creek, can give us an idea of the water quality. Blackfly larvae are pollution tolerant, meaning they can live in a clean or dirty creek. Mayfly larvae are semi-tolerant, which means they can handle a certain amount of pollution, but they aren't quite as hardy as blackflies. And caddisflies are intolerant of acidic pH and low levels of dissolved oxygen. So if we aren't finding a lot of them, the creek isn't as healthy as it should be. These are just a few examples of some of the many life forms found in the Escondido Creek. We also have dragonfly larvae, damselfly larvae, and so much more. So stop by the Interpretive Center, grab a petri dish, and take a peek at these creatures of the not-so-deep.